Hello everybody, welcome to this video where today is going to be, today is going to be RPG number 2, which is what I want to expect from upcoming games. So we'll be talking about some games that are already, like, confirmed, things like that, like the WiiU, also some games that I just want to happen. So, let's get the big ones that everybody wants out of the way. I want a good Paper Mario. I don't even really like Paper Mario at all, really. I don't have the original or Thousand Year Door, but I did really like Super Paper Mario, which is considered to be like the last real Paper Mario. But even then, it like had 2D 2D platforming elements, which it should not be in a Paper Mario game. But because it still had good characters and things like that, it was still decent to most people. But I mean, I like most people, just out of the way. I want to get Paper Mario. Like I said, I never really got into it, but I'd love to get into it. And there's so much you could do, and there's so many characters that you can make companions and things. Like one thing as you must already know, from just watching my channel, is that I like coming up with my own ideas for video games. And one of them is a brand new Paper Mario. And wouldn't it be so cool to have so many iconic characters like Rosalina, Wario, Waluigi, and just have all of them in paper form, maybe as companions, maybe as people to help you fight, or maybe as side characters for storyline. For storyline purposes, Rosalina would be amazing. It could be like Super Mario 3D World, where at the end you just kind of come at the end you just go up to her Star Palace or whatever. The Comet Observatory. Like, if you go to the Comet Observatory and then get Rosalina, one of my ideas is just have that be the storyline. Have Rosalina be the storyline. Have Rosalina being harassed. Now, the thing that I'm not gonna go too much detail, but one of the storylines that I had was that Bowser was trying to suck all the color out of the world, and then bit by bit he was going, and then you have the paintbrush from Super Mario Sunshine, and then repaint the world back or something. There's just so much that you could do with a brand new Paper Mario game, and so many people want it. I know Nintendo doesn't listen / care about. Well, I mean they do, but I was saying they never listen exactly to what we say or what we want, but they do. They do sometimes, I guess. I think a lot of people wanted Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD. A lot of people wanted, but I mean, I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, it needs to happen, but I don't think it's going to happen, which sucks. Also, Zelda WiiU. I heard recently that there's going to be voice acting in it, or there's supposed to be. And honestly, I could not care less. I'll probably get it just to try and get more into Legend of Zelda. The only Legend of Zelda game I'm really into, is this just because I'm obsessed with the GameCube, is Wind Waker. But I mean, I could get into a new Legend of Zelda. I've been meaning to get into Twilight Princess and stuff for a while. So I think that a new Legend of Zelda game would be cool. Voice acting, I couldn't care less. Now, Link being different genders is something I have a problem with. Now, I'm not being sexist or whatever. I'm not saying, oh, Link can't be a girl. But Link shouldn't be a girl. Link's been a boy since 1996 or whatever. Link's been a boy since the original. I mean, kind of. But, making it so, you could be a girl in Legend of Zelda is just weird. Now, I hear a lot of people saying that, that it'll take away personality with Link. And I think even if there was a chance to be a girl, obviously I'm gonna pick a boy anyway, because I pick boys for everything because I'm a boy. So it's not really. But a lot of people are saying that's gonna suck the personality out of Link, which I don't know how that's true. Depending on whether you pick a boy or girl, have people refer to you as either him or her, and then that's kind of it. You can still make all the personality you want. Besides, I guess the fact that you can't really have a relationship like Skyward Sword. But just have two different characters and have them, swap out depending on what gender you are. Pokemon did it. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. Pokemon did it. Gen 6, for example. If you chose Serena's character, the female character, then you get Calum. If you pick Calum for the male character, then you get Serena. It's not that hard to do. I mean, it's not hard to do whatsoever. So, I mean, I guess it could be good, and I guess it would be good for female players that don't just want to be boys. But I mean, what girl really cares that much about being a boy to like sacrifice a basically staple in the series, and I guess maybe take away some of the personality in the game if they do too much. I don't know, but some things that I definitely want in Zelda Wii U. I want it to be as open as you could possibly be. A lot of people say about Wind Waker a lot, which I don't actually agree with, is that the ocean's so open you can do whatever you want. And I think, no, you cannot do whatever you want. I mean, it's kind of just sitting there. It was actually annoying. I sat there for like 5 minutes just to try and get to the place where you get the big leaf, like with the Deku tree. Like why should I have to take 5 minutes to get there? It just no. Like I love Wind Waker, but why? I want it to be open. I've never ridden a horse in Legend of Zelda, because obviously I have Wind Waker. But riding a horse needs to be fun. It needs to be like call Epona or whatever, and then just ride, and then just ride and ride. You know, ride through forest, kind of look around, be able to use all your items on Epona. I don't know if there's a game that doesn't do this, but like they need to. I'm just trying to say things because I know Nintendo a lot of times some would bring something that we like, but then make it either terrible or like make it so like we can't use items on Epona or something. Because we need to be able to have Epona ride through like a forest. You know, there could be nothing in that forest. It could just be a forest, but I don't care because as long as there are rupees, enemies, and just forest, I'll ride through it. I won't do any of the dungeons. I'll just ride through the forest because. I mean, that's what the Legend of Zelda needs. I mean, I don't want it to be too confusing like the original Legend of Zelda where you literally need to have game facts and or Wikipedia. And I don't want it to be like so ridiculously easy that it's unplayable. But like it needs to be simple enough where you can just call Epona, ride through a forest, and that's good. Another thing I like is I know a lot of people might get mad at this. Ditch dungeons. No. Oh, everybody just yelled at me. Oh, I can hear the yelling. I can hear the screaming in my ear right now. I mean, it's the direction that at least I personally would like Legend of Zelda to go is not with dungeons. Sure, dungeons in the original game, Ocarina of Time, it's fine, and even Wind Waker. Honestly, Wind Waker quote unquote dungeons are decently fine because you're kind of just going to the place, which is semi-fun, and then going in the quote-unquote dungeon, and it's kind of just like a little mini world to explore. So I guess I would kind of be okay with the Wind Waker quote-unquote dungeons. But I really think that they should just completely ditch the dungeons and just make it open. Just make it so... You know, like once again, I have ideas for a video game. What was if you start off in living in the castle with Zelda, and then I know that my version at the moment seems a bit cliche Mario, but and then like you wake up and hear screaming, and then you find Zelda being taken away by Ganondorf, and at the beginning you see like Ganondorf like go and steal like one of the pieces of Triforce or something, and then like wake up, go outside, and then like learn to use like a bow from like a girl. And then you fight some moblins, and then the girl kind of like joins your quote-unquote team for at least for a little while, and then you kind of go and you fight, and, you know, and then like you go through a little mini forest. What was if you come out into a field and there's just a huge, gigantic Octorok boss there, and then there's just like a little Octorok. He's like spawning Octorok and maybe a couple new enemies, and then you have to fight that, and that's the boss. That's not a dungeon. It's fun. It's open. It's cool. Also, another thing is. We need to get the bow early on. I don't know why, but I mean, even in Wind Waker, I'm at the Deku. I just got past the Deku tree in like the Forbidden Forest or whatever. I still don't have a bow. Why do I still not have a bow? I still have to use the sword, and I know. I mean, it seems weird that I'd be bringing this up, but like I said before, like maybe get the bow early, like at the very beginning of the game, and then use that because the bow needs to be. You need to get the bow early on. That's just what I'm saying. That's basically what I'm saying. Whew, that was a really, 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 really big rant on Legend of Zelda and what I want. But, I mean, there's a lot of things that the new game needs to a lot of new approaches that the game needs to take, while also just keeping it good. And I'm really afraid Nintendo will screw this up. And so the Wii U, because it already feels like, just naturally thinking about it, kind of feels like it could go in the direction of like Spirit Tracks or something, where like it wasn't great. Like it's not like it's like where it's not gonna be like Ocarina of Time good or like Wind Waker good, but it's not gonna be quite as bad. I think the direction that I'm looking at the game right now, it looks like about a 7 or 8 out of 10. And that's just for the little bit we've seen. So I have decently high expectations for the new Legend of Zelda game, but I really, really just want it to be good, basically. Alright, so we're gonna end this RPG off with new Animal Crossing. Last Animal Crossing was 2013, it's 2016, it's been 3 years. The one before it was on the Wii, which means I think it came out, I'm terrible with times. I don't know, 2000, it was about 3 or 4 years before what's it called? New Leaf was like City Folk, I guess, probably. Because that was at least 2007. Because I don't know. Anyway, I think it's just about time for a new Animal Crossing game. But what do I want from a new Animal Crossing game? Well, one thing I want is I want everything to be the same. So far, I want everything to be the same. I want the town to be able to be bigger. Possibly customizable town, not just getting 5 maps, and saying which one do you want. I think we should be able to maybe customize it. I know that might be a stretch, but that would be cool if that was in there. And then the actual town part with like the buildings needs to just be so much bigger. In New Leaf it was tiny. City Folk, I guess it was okay, but half of it was taken up with the freaking fountain in the center. I think it should be a decently big, not have the heavy home designer little field place. I think it should just be a big, nice open place all around. There needs to be new selection of villagers, and there needs to be so far I decided to get the reset center at Animal Crossing. The only really good way to make money is either sell turnips each day, get about a couple $1,000s from rocks, including like getting like a sapphire or whatever, or go into Tortimer's Island. And even with all that combined in a day, I might make 20,000, and it's $300,000. Like, I know that you're probably supposed to get that a little bit later on in the game. Like, that seems like a lot, and I don't play Animal Crossing New Leaf enough to be able to get anywhere near 300,000. Like, I might be at 100,000 right now. Like, it's ridiculous. I don't know. So, they need to be, I think you should be able to, also, don't make, like, a bush or something a project. I saw so many dumb projects, it was ridiculous. The projects need to be good. Like the Reset Center, you get Rossetti, and you get going underground there and seeing him or whatever, and then you get Mr. Rossetti back. You know, they all need to be good like that. Like, even a campfire. Like, you can see villagers and you can see villagers that might move into your town and see if you want them back. Also, don't get Rasher. He's a red pig. He's a jerk. Do not get him in Animal Crossing New Leaf. But like, those are the only 2 remotely good things that you can get. Also, I just want more buildings in general. The Dream Suite was meh, I guess. It was just kind of like a new friend option. It wasn't really that great. Club LOL, that was great. Evil Sisters, that was okay. That was great, I guess. Museum was great. Leafs was completely useless. Kicks was completely useless because you can barely even see your shoes. And I think there should just be like more. I don't know what else. Like the Roost Cafe, I guess that was okay. I guess I don't even know if I have that yet. But there just needs to be a lot more places. Like make it like normal. I don't know exactly what they could add, but they can make it whatever, I guess. Also, the last thing probably is that there needs to be a lot more video game centric items. I know that in New Leaf they had the fortune cookie item, which would randomly either give you a dud, which would give you like carpet or flooring or something, or like wallpaper, or you'd get a video game item. You could get like the whole variant suit for Metroid. You could get Link's whole costume. You can get like a Mario hat. You can get like Superstar. And it only costs 2 play coins, which is fine. It's a good excuse to go out and have my DS and play in the car or whatever on the way to, like, I don't know, Target or something. But, like, they need... I don't know if this is just me, but I feel like I see a lot of people that, like, get maybe one outfit they kind of like and then just rapidly just buy video game stuff. So there needs to be a lot more video game centric thing. Like, maybe just have this whole store that's video game centric stuff. Like, maybe there's a whole store that just sells Mario hats and Superstars, things like that. Like I said before, sure, it's a great, use of Street Pass coins because there's not that many besides, like, Swap Me and, like, the Meat Plaza. But, yeah. So, anyway, recap. Thoughts on the new Legend of Zelda. It needs to be good. Opponent needs to be fun. Screw dungeons. No transgender or whatever, Link. Animal Crossing, once again, needs to be good. Needs to ditch a couple stores. Needs to be bigger. Needs to add a bunch of new, good new stores. So, yeah. So anyway, thank you for watching this video. Like me, subscribe. Go check out some of my other videos. Go check out 5 things, about 5-ish things that I would love to see in Minecraft, or 5 to 10 things that that need to be in Pokemon Sun and Moon, the new 7th gen that's coming out later this year in winter 2016. So anyway, thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!